Alright everyone, it's Jake here. I'm doing chapter 284 of My Hero Academia today. The official release actually dropped on Friday today, and usually I read the scans just because I try to avoid spoilers as much as possible. But because they were releasing it on Friday as the time that I would normally do my scans, I just decided to do the official. However, you are probably seeing this on either Saturday or Sunday, just because with my work schedule and stuff, like I have time to record it, but I don't have enough time to edit it. I'll try to see if I get this on Saturday, but honestly, it's most likely going up on Sunday, which is my next full day off. But anyways, it's been break. We left off last week with Deku fucking snapping at the end. I am so hyped to see what is about to happen. So let's get right into it. If Shigaraki touches the ground again, it'll mean another wave of mass destruction. I gotta keep him up here in the air. 284 Deep Blue Battle. That is a dope name. Black whips are shaky. Zoom, no good. My control is shaky. Okay, so his black whip control is not at the. I'm kind of glad that they're showing, because a lot of people were saying, Deku has been using black whip, and it's like it's been 3 months, I believe, since he first started using it, but still, like, it was like, damn, Deku like already mastered it, but it's showing that he still is having issue with it. He has Shigaraki with Black Whip, right? Well, in the panel on the right, you can see that Shigaraki's the one in front, but I can't really make out. I think he might have let go of him. It looks like it. I think that might have been what the Black Whip going away was. But that was one question I had: is can't Shigaraki just decay Black Whip? Because we saw what he did to Redestro's attack, and it seems like as long as it's something that's tangible, he's able to decay it. Take care of Gran Torino and the rest. They need first aid now. Get to it, Shoto. How pathetic. The number one hero should be up there. It should be me. Hang on, Deku. You're the one guy who needs to keep his distance from that creep. He's no longer being held back by Erasure. But who else can keep Shigaraki off the ground? Oh, Bakugo is not happy about it. Oh, look at that face Shigaraki has. You like the Sky that match? Good, because after I steal one for all, I'll send you straight to heaven. Same goes for that old fool and the others down there. You're not gonna hurt them anymore. Oh my god. I can't believe we're actually getting this clash. Oh, Deku's leaping out. It looks like Shigaraki's reading out. Bakugo looks pissed, but it looks like he's thinking about it. You want us to help with his training? Who's he talking to? Whoosh. Is this going to be a flashback? Seru, Uraraka, and Tsuyu? So what should we do? Wait, what the fuck is up with Deku? What? Thanks for taking the time to be here. I'd like some advice about handling my new power. You mean Black Whip? I thought you were whipping like a pro already. What's with the new dude? Yeah, what's up with his hair? What the fuck? What is this so random? It's because I keep losing it in a training exercise we call Catch-a-Kacha with Black. Haven't caught him once yet, actually. I wanted to ask you, Sero, about dealing with fast-moving targets since you've got a similar quirk. Catch-a-Kachan rules: if Bakugo evades capture and taps Deku, Bakugo wins. Why do explosions come into play? Once a jerk, always a jerk, huh, Bakugo? Deku's the one who said it'll make it like a real battle. I'm glad we're getting like this I saw someone recently talking about they weren't happy with like how Black Whip, like we didn't really see Deku train that much. Like a lot of his Black Whip, like getting it under control was off screen. So I'm glad we are getting a little bit of backstory on it right now. Like a little bit of like insight into what happened. Tell me what is Uraraka there because of float maybe? Tell me what I can do. I'm still learning to use my wires. Oh, because of the wires. And Tsuyu maybe her tongue? And shouldn't Aizawa sensei be the main to teach whip techniques? Professor Uraraka, you're here to teach him about body control while braking in midair. But Deku's already good at bouncing around, like hippity hoppity. Well, more power means increased hang time. Oh. And he needs to master advanced mobility in midair. As for Aizawa, your teacher is busy at the moment. I've already got everyone's moves written down in Sensei's too. I think we can find some common ground in terms of how we use our bodies. Oh, that's cool. I hope this means that he built seems like Deku's also like gonna help maybe them build up their strength too. I'm really digging this. Imagine you're swimming through the air, but keep your arms and legs balanced. Good. Okay. So that's how it works. Propulsion via air force. Oh, there you go. Yeah, he's floating. Well, he's not using float, but he's just using air force while he's up in the air. Or okay, sorry. I misunderstood what she made. Deku float, and so Deku's moving around in midair. So I bet you she did that. They're doing this because before this, All Might specifically said to Deku that they were gonna try to unlock float. So although Uraraka's helping him with midair thing, like think secretly that's what they were telling her, and really this is them getting her to help Deku understand how to move once he unlocked float. Like this is all training for float, but they're not like framing it in that way so that she doesn't know that he's about to get another power. Also, I'm really digging the hairstyle on Uraraka right now. Now stay up in the air and get some coaching on Black Whip. Got it. It's going great, huh? The float quirk suspends the body in midair much like her zero gravity. Getting a feel for it ahead of time should help him keep it under control. When it manifests plus conceptualizing what it's like to fly could lead to unlocking it. And then also, another thing was people were mad that Deku seemingly unlocked float and Uraraka didn't help Deku at all because everyone's like, oh, so much for Uraraka doing stuff. But look, Horikoshi knows, man. Like, I tell you, man, Horikoshi just knows. What is it's a fucking gang orca water bottle. You can't keep fooling people forever. This ain't like when it was just super strength. Pretty soon, the cat's gonna fly out of the bag. I'm not telling anyone about anything beyond Black Whip, and this training should prevent the next power from exploding out the way this one did. That night, you seem to understand how someone who has great power bestowed on them needs to think very quickly about how it puts others at risk. It's not only the wicked who seek power. Deku trusts you with his life, but in the notebook about the successors, your summary of the fourth was kinda half-finished. Only that one. Meanwhile, you wrote down detailed notes for the others, like the cause of death for the 5th, 6th, and 7th. Why is that? Ooh. Interesting. What's going on with the 4th? And then when I brought it up, you didn't tell me everything, huh? Well, what is it? Did you figure out something about One for All? Not yet. I don't want to speculate and talk about things I'm not sure of, because I'm worried for him. You are too. What's up with the 4th user? Was he like a villain maybe? He just... Deep down, he doesn't take himself into account, you know? He's always been like that, and now that he can do so much more, something doesn't feel right. It makes me want to keep him at arm's length. Back then, I ignored my own weakness, so I ended up bullying him. But now you're sincerely helping out with his training. That's your way of trying to atone, right? Damn, bro! That Bakugo development! Precision over power, nice and easy, I get it. Think of it as an extension of your body. Though I'm sure he doesn't see it that way. When I said you and Endeavor are a lot alike, I was talking about that change. He couldn't take a good look at himself either until I wound up like this. You'll get a chance to talk eventually. Not that I'm in a position to say much. Endeavor, you gotta make this final one count. Oh, he's bringing Endeavor. Oh, ooh, Deku, dude, Deku just kicked through Shigaraki. Well, like, obviously not through, but... Oh, Deku, you gotta be careful. Oh my god, this aerial combat. Look at this panel. Looks like he's adapting to my 100% attacks and taking hits, but his wounds are healing slower. The damage is sticking. The last 2 100% attacks wrecked my left arm. Shigaraki now possesses All for One. And One for All is a power passed down for the sole purpose of beating All for One. He has to go down here. Now's the moment to let it all out. Everything that One for All has to offer. Oh, fuck. No matter what happens to me! Oh, dude, this double page spread, bro. Deku is... Oh. Well, Bakugo knows, like, Deku's pushing himself too far. Is... No matter what happens to me. So he's doing... Is he just, like... He's just gonna break... Oh. You know what? I went back. I just realized he broke... I think he's just doing... He broke... His glove... If you go... I went back to the panel before. His glove is, like, disintegrating, so he's definitely 100%. He's breaking the glove again, because you could see his like fingers and shit come through, and yeah, and then he doesn't have the glove, bro. He's basically killing himself to kill Shigaraki. He realizes the Deku sacrifice. Damn. Damn, it's crazy how much like Bakugo actually like he tries to act like he doesn't care about Deku, but like that boy really does like fucking like he sees what Deku's doing. He's like he's basically sacrificing himself, and Bakugo's like I can't let that happen, bro. Like, bro, it's like oh fuck. See, and this is crazy because it's like I'm telling you, dude, Horikoshi just knows. Like people think that like he does like I've seen like multiple complaints of stuff that has happened in the past few chapters. I feel like he's addressed directly. Like I saw people complaining about we haven't really seen the Black Whip training. He just kind of knows it. But now we've seen that there was some significant training. Obviously, we're getting it in flashbacks. Then there was Uraraka helping him with flow, which she didn't realize she was helping him with flow, but she was. So that was addressed. Then the stuff with Bako, where people were like, "Man, he's still pissed off about, Deku like jumping ahead." And while that is partially true, I still think we're seeing that it's more than that. That he's legitimately like, it's not so much that he's pissed. He's more so worried about what Deku's doing right now. He's like, he is putting too much strain on himself. He's like, I can't let him do this on his own. And bro, like Horikoshi, like, oh, he just, I don't know, man. Like, it's like Horikoshi time and time again has like proved to me that like he just know, like I feel like he knows like what the fans want in a sense. Like not obviously not all the fans, but I mean like especially like the group that I'm part of was just like he just knows how to write like his characters, and he knows how like people. Cause like even like with like I was kind of, when Deku unlocked more quirks, or when that whole reveal happened, I was like one of the ones that was kind of on the fence. Like I was willing to see what Horikoshi was gonna do, but at the same time I was like, oh, this could go really bad really fast. But I've liked how he's handled all the quirks so far, and it's like to see like the thing with Float was like, yeah, he kind of activated right now like a convenient time, but the thing was is that we were all expecting it to come. Like one of my worries with the multiple quirks was that basically Deku would be put in a situation, and then conveniently the right quirk would happen, and we wouldn't know we wouldn't know what it was until it happened. But see, like the thing with Float is like even though yes it was convenient for the time, we were properly like given, like we were told basically like, hey, the next thing he's gonna unlock is this power. So instead of it being like, what the fuck's Deku doing now, like out of nowhere, it's more of like, we're waiting for that thing to happen. So now we knew Float was going to happen. So it's no longer like, oh wow, this is convenient. It's just like, oh, when's it going to happen? Like, he's going to have to use it at some point. We're going to have to, and then it feels more rewarding because when it happens, you're like, oh shit, it happened, instead of being like, oh, well, that was convenient. You know what I mean? But the stuff about the fourth user is very interesting. Let me reread that real quick. Okay, so it definitely seems like I'm rereading it, and it definitely seems like they're implying that the fourth user might have been a villain of some sort or something like that. Because he's right before they talk about the fourth user. All Might says they're talking about the power of One For All, and he's like, that night you seem to understand how someone who has great power bestowed on them needs to think very carefully about how it puts others at risk. And then he says, it's not only the wicked who seek power, meaning the good seek power too. Your summary of the fourth was kinda half finished, only that one. So All Might's not saying something about the fourth user. I'm wondering what specifically about the fourth user. Did he have the quirk in there? Do we know? The second and the third users are the only ones that are blacked out, right? So is the fourth user the dude that has like the best genius looking getup, or is it? It looks more like it might be. I think if we're going for the villain idea, the white-haired guy with the marks on his face. I'm wondering. I'm really curious. Like that fourth user, the only thing that's worrying me about this thing, like I said, I don't think it'll come about because of how Horikoshi's been writing it. But it did kind of worry me that they brought up the fourth user now, as if like, I just hope that like in the middle of this battle, he doesn't also unlock the fourth user's quirk. Like, I'm hoping that that's just set up for, like, a reveal that's going to come down the line or something. But we'll see. It was interesting that they put that bit of information in this chapter, like, because if you look at everything else, that's, like, the one thing that doesn't necessarily fit. Like, it seems like set up for later. I'm hoping, like, this isn't something that comes out in the middle of the fight. It's just odd that they put that there, but I guess it's foreshadowing for what's gonna happen after this arc, potentially. We will see. But anyways, that was a great chapter of My Hero, and I'll see you guys next week.